Hey everybody, Jaspinko here with episode 7 of GeoFrauds Season 7 Division 2. Before we get into today's GeoGuessr challenges, let's take a quick look at the leaderboard to see where we currently stand. Last week I once again came in last place thanks to a very unlucky guess in the first round, so my leaderboard position is nothing to write home about. I need a couple of definitive back-to-back victories at this point to even entertain the possibility of remaining in Division 2 next season. Mere luck might not be enough to save me at this point, so we absolutely must practice this week's map in a warm-up game before we face the real competition. I've put the challenge link for the practice game in the video description in case you'd like to play along with me. Now let's go get warmed up. For week 7, we're playing on an arbitrary world with 90 seconds per round. Moving isn't allowed, but we can still pan and zoom. So far this season, every practice challenge has been easier than the real deal, so hopefully this one can actually get us properly warmed up for a challenge. Let's find out. Alright, we're starting off on top of a hill. There is not much information to be had, as far as I can tell. Oh no. Is there tape on the antenna? That's gonna be a meta that people would know, and I don't know. So I think this is somewhere in Europe, I'm just not sure where in Europe. It's very forested, which would make me think maybe Slovenia, but I could also see this being like Bulgaria. I'm gonna go with my gut on this one and say it's Slovenia, somewhere in the mountains. What did I tell you? It was either going to be Slovenia or Bulgaria, and I figured it would be more embarrassing if it was actually Slovenia and I went Bulgaria, but I made the wrong call there. You can't get them all. 32-14. I guess we can only hope to do better in round 2. Alright, we have a yellow rear plate. Can't see the front plate on that car. Interesting. The sun is to the south. Do we see water? No, I see more land off in the distance there, so we're up on a higher ground for sure. Coming together by staying apart. Oh, this is pandemic era coverage. Okay, so a sign in English, a rear license plate that's yellow, and I'm just going to assume that that front license plate is white. This is probably UK? The style of home looks UK to me. I could totally see that. Alright, so where within the UK, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna throw it somewhere in England. Oh my gosh. That was Ireland. Very close to Northern Ireland. I've been to Derry. I've been on this highway here, so oh so close to that. In Ireland, both the front and rear plates are white, so I was thrown off by seeing a car that's registered in the UK in that one driveway that had the yellow rear plate, which you would find in Northern Ireland. So they have traveled across the border and parked in that car's driveway. Very sneaky, very sneaky. Alright, so about the mid 3000s looks like our average score so far. Let's try to do better than that in round 3. Oh, this is gorgeous. Wow, breathtaking scenery. Wow. Yeah, so to me, that's Italian. Yep, per Italia. We're definitely in the Italian Alps. We're on a highway going southwest. So it could be this, like the Bolzano area. Can we get anything more specific? Oh, A23, is that the name of the highway? I have it on A22 right now. Is there an A23 or is that A22 on the sign? I'm thinking I'm just wrong about reading the sign. That must be A22. I'm gonna keep the pin where it is. Oh dear, do I change it? No, there's no time. I'm just gonna keep the pin where it is. And the highway was A23, so I was reading correctly. Oh well, I'm happy enough with 46-28. That's a respectable score. We got the right country this time. Let's try to get the right country in round 4. Oh, I need to stop setting myself up with these bare minimum expectations because I don't know that I can get the right country right now. The sun is to the north, which is what I'd expect out of a landscape like this. This is a very southern hemisphere place to be. The question is, what continent are we on? Is this Botswana? Is this Australia? I don't really know, but we don't get Botswana all that much. I'm feeling bold. I think I'll give it a try. So I'm gonna throw it up here in Botswana. And it was Botswana. That was better than I did in Italy. What the heck? Okay, I'll take it. We were very close to Highway A1. I know that there's lots of coverage along A1. That's why I went with this half of the country anyway, but that's really good. I'm happy with that. Let's try to have another lucky guess like that to round out the game in round 5. And we are in South Korea. That is Korean writing. I don't know how to region guess South Korea. It's pretty mountainous and wooded throughout. Maybe a Wonju hedge. It's still pretty north, but leave some breathing room in case we're more towards like Daejeon, for example. And oh yeah, it was a lot further south. Daegu hedge would have done better for us. But anyway, we were on Highway 31 in South Korea. All right, so in total, in the practice game, I got 20,998 points. If I did that well in the real challenge, I'd probably end up in a pretty good spot in the leaderboard. But anything can happen. With a bit of practice under our belts, it's time to play the penultimate challenge of the season. Just like the practice game, this is on an arbitrary world with 90 seconds per round and no moving. Wish me luck. We had another really strong practice game this week, which means I'm going to do terribly in the game that actually counts towards my leaderboard score. Let's see what happens. All right, starting off with Spanish language. Satellite dish is pointing east. Ooh, Oxo, are we just in Mexico? I think we are just in Mexico. The license plates would agree with that. Alto, yeah, we got a stop sign that says Alto. Okay, so where in Mexico do I think we are? Also, we have Mexican flags, so there's confirmation. I don't think this is just CDMX. Oh god, but what if it was? What if this is just CDMX? Hold on. There's no way. Aculco? Aculco. Hold on, is Aculco a city? It might be, but I'm gonna send it in CDMX for the meme. And that was a pretty good hedge. I'll take it. We were actually in the city of San Juan del Rio, and I think I did see San Juan on a sign. Hopefully we can keep up scores like that for the remainder. Well, maybe not. We have bars on the roof. Bars on the roof. Oh no, this is going to be some unique coverage meta I'm not familiar with. The sun is setting to the west, which the sun does, no matter where you are. What is this landscape, though? This landscape looks like it would be in Africa. This looks like potentially a Uganda national park, but I don't think any of the coverage in those parks has a car like this. Yeah, what is up with this car? The Uganda parks coverage has like, not like a cow catcher, but like an animal bar up out in front. I don't know, I'm still leaning Uganda. Probably against my better judgment. Could be a national park up here, could be down here. There's a few places I'm thinking. But if these mountains are to our south, maybe down here is a better hedge. So I'm gonna send it in southern Uganda. It wasn't Uganda, but regionally, in the grand scheme of the world, that wasn't the worst guess I could have had. Kenya was the real answer. Anyway, so far, I don't think I'm out of the running. I think we can perform well in the next round. Okay, we're in Iceland. Let's go. This is my country. Okay, so mountains are mostly to the north. We have a glacier, the big one. Do I recognize this immediately as a place I've been? No. So I'm thinking this is further along the southern coast than I have been. We're gonna be on Route 1 for sure. A little south. Okay, so it could be like over here maybe. That would check out with what we're seeing. Yeah, so we see the glacier runoff over there. And then the road does curve to the left. That's what it's doing up here. Do we have possibly... Yeah, that's probably Fosshotel Vatnajökull. Let's go. Yeah, this is totally where we are. Then the road gets very close to the mountains, a little further up. Yeah, that checks out. We're actually very close to the turnoff for Fosshotel Vatnajökull. Whatever. I'm going to send it there. Near Iceland. Let's go. It's not a 5K. I could have kept the pin where it was, but I am very proud of that. That's my best score, I think, all season so far. See, it pays to know Iceland one time. Well, I hope we get another Iceland round. The odds aren't there, but you never know in a game of GeoGuessr what might happen in round 4. Okay. This is not Iceland, by the way. Okay, we're driving on the left. Solid white lines. The road quality is pretty decent. So if this were a toss-up between Malaysia and Indonesia, I'd go Malaysia. The road quality tends to be better there. Is this more Borneo or peninsular? I think it's more Borneo. I think it could be like up here. It's kind of mountainous up here. But if I'm wrong about that, if it is peninsular Malaysia, then that's a long distance. I'm not going to get a good score. But you know what? You got to be bold sometimes. Let's make our guess. It was Borneo, just the other side of Borneo. Okay, I didn't know it was that hilly down here. Good to know. You can just barely make out some of those hills. Well, 3194 is pretty good still. Which means round 5 is probably going to give us 0 points. Let's see where it drops us. I'm not very confident with a landscape like this. Is this ever just Serbia, maybe? Yeah, I think it is just Serbia. Now, granted, a lot of places in Europe have similar looking bollards, but I think we're looking at a Serbian bollard there. We got some hills to the north, which is unexpected. Unexpected. Usually the further south you go in Serbia, you'll start to see hills. All right, I'm just gonna send it in the middle of Serbia. I have a feeling those are Serbian bollards. Yeah, no, that was Croatia. That was Croatia. Unfortunate. I haven't done a deep dive into Croatian bollards yet, so still have to learn that. Good to know that they look very similar to Serbian and even Slovenian bollards. Oh well, 4,028 is still a pretty good score, and I'll be happy to see that my total score this week was 19,985. That's pretty good. That won't be last place for sure. And it wasn't last place. Here's how everyone else did this week. R1 came in first place with 23,572 points, Jake came in second with 22,303 points, and Joey came in third with 22,117 points. I came in 10th, which means I picked up a few more leaderboard points than usual. However, since Pop Guy placed above me this week, my position in the running leaderboard has not changed. At this point, it's mathematically impossible for me to really shake things up in the final challenge, but I'm still going to play for the fun of it. Also, Rebierte dropped out of the league this week, which is why there are now just 16 players in the leaderboard. I hope you enjoyed today's challenges. I know that I did. Let me know in the comments if you ended up playing along with the practice game. I'd love to know how you did and which rounds you found to be the most challenging. Also, be sure to subscribe so you know when the next episode comes out. Until then, I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you again very soon.